Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. Welcome back for another video. I make motherhood and simple living videos, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Today we are going to be talking about preeclampsia and high-risk pregnancy. I am a mom to a 2.5-year-old boy. I can't believe he's already 2.5. Was born prematurely due to preeclampsia. Over the years, I've received multiple requests to talk about this topic, and I thought, why not come on here and talk about our experience and what exactly is preeclampsia. One of the reasons I've held off on making this video is it's kind of a sensitive subject. Preeclampsia, at least for me, was a very traumatic birth experience I had never heard of before. I know for a lot of people you haven't heard of it either, and I'm hoping I can answer some of your questions today. I just want to start off by saying this is in no way a one-size-fits-all condition. Just like pregnancy is a different experience for each person and each pregnancy is different, so is preeclampsia. The symptoms, the risk, the severity, all of that's going to vary person to person. I am in no way a professional at all. I am in no place to be giving medical advice. Please talk to your medical professional if you have any concerns. Today, I'm just going to be talking about my personal experience. May is Preeclampsia Awareness Month, and ever since having my son, I've been very passionate about helping spread awareness about preeclampsia. So I thought, why not now? Now is the perfect time. I'll specifically be focusing on preeclampsia in this video, but at the end of this video, I'll also be including some really helpful, reliable resources that do include eclampsia and HELLP. I'm just focusing on preeclampsia because that is what I had. Again, I will link the resources in the description box below for you to do further research and also check with your healthcare professional. I think I'm just going to jump right in with my story. Like I said earlier, I had never heard of preeclampsia before. When I went into my first doctor's visits and they confirmed that I was pregnant, they did an ultrasound, they did a very thorough questionnaire, and at that time they determined that based on some of my medical history, some things included like I've had previous high blood pressure in my past, and since this was my first pregnancy, they said that I could possibly lead to having an early birth, and worst case scenario would be only spending maybe a couple of weeks in the NICU, which sounded super scary to me at that time, but the mention of preeclampsia wasn't even present at that time, and I don't know if that was a good or bad thing for me because I'm someone that likes to research a lot of things, so I'm not sure if they did that on purpose to not freak me out and I would have been worried my whole pregnancy about developing preeclampsia. But at that first appointment, they just noted that just because of my previous high blood pressure and the fact that this was my first pregnancy, there was a potential risk of me becoming a higher risk pregnancy, but I wasn't marked as a high risk pregnancy. It was just marked as a potential high risk pregnancy. The visits went really well. Everything was looking on track, and the doctors didn't really have any concern for a while. I did develop a spout of vertigo, which I've never had before in my entire life, and I don't know if that was related to preeclampsia or not. I did go to the hospital for that, and they checked the baby and did an ultrasound, made sure everything was okay at that time, and he was. And then at the 27-week mark, I was admitted to labor and delivery because I had fairly high blood pressure readings, and they just wanted to monitor me for like maybe half a day or so, and just make sure my baby was doing okay, and everything went fine. They just wanted me to keep a log of my blood pressure readings from then on at home. So I had like my own blood pressure machine and cuff. They also started me on high blood pressure medication, which helped me out a lot. I felt a noticeable difference in how I felt, like I wasn't straining as much, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can feel high blood pressure, but I kind of felt it. And the medication helped. It helped my readings, like I was doing okay. And then I went in for my 31-week appointment, and I had a little bit of an elevated high pressure reading, but the bigger red flag for the doctors at that time was they found protein in my urine, which is one of the major red flags they look for preeclampsia. So I was admitted back into labor and delivery at that time. I basically just went in for a regular checkup appointment on that Friday on my lunch break for work. I was supposed to go back to work that day, but I did not. Since I was admitted to labor and delivery, that's when they found things that were not, the baby was not doing well and I was not doing well. So at that point, things happened pretty quickly. I was admitted on Friday and I had an emergency C-section that Monday. So things happened really quickly, and I think I had about a 1 week hospital stay total. My son spent 2 months in the NICU, and he came on oxygen for almost a year. Not quite a year, but almost a year. That's kind of just a general overview of my experience with preeclampsia. Again, I didn't know much about it in the beginning. I also didn't know much about it when I was diagnosed with it in the hospital. So things happened pretty quickly. This experience can be very traumatic, but also know that everyone's experience will be different. I've heard some mom stories who were just completely devastating, and I can't imagine what they went through, and I can only just pray for them. And then there's also moms who were in and out of the hospital or the NICU for just 1 day. So there's a huge range of things that can happen, and there's a lot of different factors that go into play with preeclampsia. If you had 2 major takeaways from this video, I want them to be: number 1, preeclampsia cannot be prevented. It is not your fault. There's nothing you could do differently to prevent this happening. So at the very least, I just want to help spread awareness around this topic and hopefully give some peace of mind that there is nothing you can do if you do get preeclampsia. There's nothing you could have done differently. It is not your fault. And the second takeaway I want to offer is that preeclampsia is actually extremely common. I was thinking about doing a video on celebrities who have had preeclampsia to help spread awareness that way. So if you would be interested in a video like that, please comment below and I would be happy to put that together for you. One of the most helpful resources I have relied on over the past couple years are endpreeclampsia.org. If you liked hearing about my personal high-risk pregnancy journey and would like a more detailed, in-depth walkthrough of everything I experienced, please comment below and I would be happy to share that with you in the future. I can definitely share my pregnancy, my birth story, and even my postpartum postpartum story is a doozy. So let me know if you would be interested in that, and I will be happy to share. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!